Hello, welcome to the first ever gaming section, legit gaming section of the Hotbox. This is breaking news. It's obviously E3 week, you know, it's all coming up, all the stories, so developers are rushing out to get get the journalists excited, get everyone in a bit of a fever, right? And what's been released on the 12th June, and we've got sources at IGN, and what's been released is we've got four new screenshots to look at, which give us a little bit of an insight, as well as what the developers are saying as well, as to what the game's going to be about. The screenshots we've got that have been revealed is you've got Batman with Catwoman in a slightly sensual pose, if you will, you know, typical stuff, so we can expect some Selena Kyle action. Also on the second picture, it's Batman in the Batcave next to his Batmobile, still in his Batsuit, so he is Batman. The third picture is Bruce Wayne in front of his family's portrait in the study, or in one of the main rooms of his mansion. And the fourth picture is once again Bruce Wayne, but this time in the Batcave as well. So obviously we're going to see Bruce out of suit in the Batcave, which is very interesting. What the pictures tell us then is that Telltale, and what Telltale themselves have said, is that they want to create a dual-layered game where the decisions in the daytime that you make as Bruce, in business meetings or whoever you're talking to, will obviously affect the landscape of Gotham on the evening, which sounds incredible to me. Will be lovely to see it all blend together. One thing I do hope is that they have more detective work, or not more detective work, because Arkham Asylum had plenty of detective work in it, but I do hope with it being a comic based game and a bit more slow moving and a bit more story based, that we get to walk around in a big broody bat suit, pick up clues, solve crimes, and be awesome. Apparently the Telltale engine as well has now had a complete overhaul, a complete much needed overhaul according to developers, to bring it up to next gen standards. Because obviously the original Telltale engine is still running from Xbox 360 with The Walking Dead and things like that. Voice actors have also been confirmed, which gives us an insight as what to expect. We can all start speculating on the story now that we know that these characters are in the game. But the voice actors, two of the major ones, the big ones, are Troy Baker, who's playing Bruce Wayne this time. I believe he was the Joker in Arkham Origins, so that's interesting. He's a decent voice actor enough, but, you know, no Kevin Conroy or Mark Hamill, so... Sorry, Troy! And Laura Bailey as Selena Kyle, which will make a friend of mine very happy. He knows who he is. He's a very big fan of Laura Bailey. And yeah, all the other voice actors have been confirmed, but I'm just going to read out the characters that the voice actors have been confirmed for. So we've also expected to see Harvey Dent, Vicky Vale, Alfred Pennyworth, and Lieutenant James Gordon. So it's Lieutenant James Gordon and not Commissioner Gordon, which does give us a sense of the time frame of the game. The first episodes to launch in summer 2016, with further episodes being released as the year goes on, as is part of the course for Telltale games. Okay, and now it's speculation time here on SGN, so if you're worried about spoilers or anything like that, move away, even though there will be no spoilers, as it is all speculation. And if it is right, then it's simply because of my deductive reasoning as the third world's greatest detective next to Sherlock and Batman. Right then, so what do I think? I think they're going to contrast the night and the day, as they've already said they want dual storylines. Now, with Telltale games, there's always a choice, whether it's Duck, you know, on the farm, whose life do you save, essentially. I think this is going to be a balancing act between Bruce Wayne and Batman, where the daytime you've got Vicky Vale, and obviously that's who he dates as Bruce, in the comics at least, you know, or graphic novels, depending on what era. and during the night time he's going to be tempted and, you know, seduced by Catwoman. And I just think the game's going to boil down to them two choices of which life does he neglect more. So is he out all night fighting crime and he's neglecting his business, he's neglecting Wayne Enterprises and Vicky Bell and his kind of public appearances? Or is he doing the opposite? Is he investing too much into his Bruce persona? Because we all know Batman's the real him, Bruce is his persona. So I think that's possibly how the day and night mechanics could come into it. It's just the choices between his actions as either Batman or Bruce, and that will dictate the story that you're playing. Not even so much speculation, just a kind of opinion of what I've seen. The graphics do look on point. They have completely upgraded them just from the few screenshots that you've seen. Which the graphics have always been pretty nice, but it'll be nice to see the graphic art style they've gone for that. Apparently there's references to Jim Lee and things, but obviously we'll wait to see before we know more about that. And the last bit of speculation really is seeing the casting list so far, at least. We don't know if there's any more going to come out in later episodes. Is Harvey Dent. What capacity are we going to see Harvey Dent? Is he still going to be, is it going to be Harvey or is it going to be Two-Face? Because as well, it says Lieutenant Gordon, so he's not Commissioner Gordon yet. So it still establishes that it's still relatively early on in the timeline. And of course, that means what is Batman's relationship with Gordon? Because as we know, it's not always good. There are times where Batman is genuinely considered a vigilante and not just that kind of, we'll just pretend he's a vigilante status, so we don't know how that lies. And of course, I already said it was the last bit of speculation, but of course the big question everyone asks, he's become such a pop culture icon, is will the clown Prince of Crime of course turn up? And we'll find out in the later episodes and with more updates, no doubt. Well, that's all the news. I'm going to try and keep on top of the gaming section. If there's any journalists out there, anybody that just takes interest in things like me at the middle of the night, as you can see, in news stories like this, geeky news stories, and this is your jam, come to the hot box and we'll put it on some bread for you. Nice one.